once again to the sewing part of this jumpsuit which I'm about to make. I want to try my possible best to make it short and easy without wasting much time for you to understand. So as I told you, what I want to do now is to cut out my facing for the front. So this is how it will be. I'm going to iron it and cut it out. After I'm done cutting, I'm going to sew it and come back and show you what I cut out. Sew this lining part and I top stitch it. So I place it the both side of like this, you can see. I place it like this. I did the same for the both side. So this is the front. What I'm going to do now is to place it like this, equal with this one, like this. Then what I'm going to do is to trim out exact shape like this. So let me go ahead and trim and then go back to show you. Cut it out. So I will go ahead now to sew. Now sew right side facing right side for both the lining and the fabric, and I'll do the same for the back. Go ahead to sew and I'll come back. So I have sewn it and I went ahead to put hemming gum at this up here. Hemming gum, that is what I put inside. As you can see, it is holding it. So that is what I did for my front here. So what I did next was to fold my nipple to nipple measurement. That was what I fold, and I got my measurement from my waist to my nipple to nipple measurement -2. That is what I have here. So after I did that, I folded it and I ironed my straight line. This is what I just did here. You can see it is it too. I did the same for the back. For my back, I did the same. After sewing everything, I placed it like this. You can see my notch here. I placed it on this notch area and ironed, and I took my measurement from here. Take my measurement, which I'm going to sew down. Do the same for the front. So I will go ahead and sew it, then I'll come back to show you what's through. So I have gone ahead to sew my darts, and I ironed them as well. As you can see, I have sewn the dart for the front and iron it both for the back and iron it to the side. So what I'm going to do next is to place my front like this. Place it on my notch which I have here to indicate my center line. So place it on the notch like this, and I will pin down. So when I'm done pinning, you will see what I did. So as you can see, I am done pinning my fronts together. Pinning. So what I'm going to do now is to mark out my zip allowance at the back, where my zip is going to pass through for the back. So if you have been following me, this will be familiar to you. Mark out your zip allowance at the back. So I'll go ahead and mark it and I'll come and show you. So I have marked out my zipper allowance at the back. So what I will do next is to go and sew it down. I've gone ahead to iron the zip allowance. So what I'll do now is to place this like this, and sew. Going to sew lining to lining and fabric to fabric like this. After I've sewn like this, I'll go ahead and sew this separately. Before then, pin my side. I'm going to pin my side down. So I pin it down. So my bust measurement divided by 2. So this is my bust measurement divided by 2, which I have here. What is left, I divided by 2 again. So what I have is 3.5, which is 1.7 this other part, and 1.7 at this other part also. When you come down to your waist measurement, and the waist measurement which I have is 39 divided by 2. 39 gives me 19.5. So 19.5, which I have here, What do I have left? The same 3.5. Put 7.5 here and the same 7.5 here. Sorry, 1.7. Sorry, 1.7. Noted. Correction noted. 1.7. That is what I have here. So I'll go ahead and sew it. So when I sew that, come back. Go ahead to iron it. I have ironed the both sides of it, as you can see. So that I do now is to turn them over to the other side. And you can see this is the front. So what you are going to do next, after you have done that, what you do next now is to get your shoulder, your accurate shoulder measurement, and you cut out your accurate shoulder measurement that you cut out. So I will go ahead and cut out my shoulders. I told you there is no time, so I want to make sure I do this as short and easy. I hope you understand what I'm trying to show you. So what I'll do now is to get my shoulder measurement and I'll cut out the shoulder. My shoulder measurement, my exact shoulder measurement which I want, plus my half inch for sewing allowance. So I'll go ahead and cut it out in this other part. I'll come and show you how. Trimming out my armhole, and make sure you have your length which you want. This is what I want. Make sure you have your length. If there's any extra, make sure you trim it out to get your length which you want. So this is my half length which I want. So what I'm going to do now is to get my measurement for my buttons. So what I will do now, from this part now, I'll come down by 2 and place one button there. Come down by 3, place another button there. I'll make it 4 and place button here. Come down again by 4, place another button here. Come down by 4 again, place another button here. So here will be my button holes for this cloth now. So I'll go ahead and come with the front to show you on what to do. So for the pockets, which I told you on how to go about it, is to get your paper gum. So this is your paper gum. Now you fold it like this. It should be around 2.5 or 3 inches, which I have here now. All you do now is to cut it down. You cut it out like this. So when you are done cutting for your pocket, this is how it is going to be. You can see your notch which I kept here, that notch which I kept here, and this one which I put in like this. You're going to put it like this and gum it. After you gum this one, you gum this other part also the same way like this. You gum it, then I'll show you. Once you have concluded in gumming this like this, you can see it is gummed already. So what you do now is to trim this out. Trim this out and trim this one out also. So what you do next is to get this point which you have here. You see, this is our point. So get it like this. This is our notch point which we have here. So you're going to press it iron on the both sides. Turn this inside too. So when you are done cutting it, like folding it like this, what you will do next is to cut out for your pocket. Also, what I have here now is 13 by 6.5. So this 13 by 6.5 now, what you are going to do next is to curve this part like this to get it curved like this. So what we do now, so after cutting out your side for the pockets, you can see this is the wrong side. What we are going to do now is for this. You can see the wrong side which I have here now. What you are going to do next is to place this like this. So you can see what I have here now. After you have placed it like this, you can see this allowance here. You're going to trim it out later. After you have placed it like this, you are going to sew inside down, sew it down here. So let me go and sew it like this and show you. So if you have succeeded in sewing yours like this, you can see I sewed it like this. After folding, I sew it like this. So what I'm going to do next is to cut it like this. So after cutting it like that, what you will do next is to place it like this and sew it down. Sew your lines like this down. Do the same for the other part. Show you. So after I sewed it down, as you can see, I've sewn it down. You can see the lines. I sewed it down and I turn it open like this. Once here is sewn down, and this one there is a ruffle. It was rough, so I bent it in. As I bent it in and stitch it, so you can see how it is neat now. So after that, when you are done doing that, what you will do next, since it is like this, what you will do next now is to fold it like this. Pay close attention. Fold it like this. Make sure your up is like this. Your up is slapping with the other side. So what you are going to do next now, this point which we have our notch here, now you are going to sew it like this. You are going to give it like 2 stitch here at this place like this. When you are done sewing this place, you come up here and you run it close. Run it close. So let me go and do for both sides. Come down. So at this point I have joined here together, as you can see, and I also stitch here together, as you can see. It is all joined. So what you do next now is to take it like this. After you bring this out, what you need to do now is to notch a little of this like this. You can see, because we joined here, so here it's not loose, so you give it a little notch like this. After I've given it this little notch, now what you do next is to bring it out. When you bring it out, you will have something like this. You're going to have something like this after you bring it out. You can see. Then what you do next is to sew it down. Let me go and sew it down. When you are done sewing it like this, sewing it close like this, then you bring it in again. Bring it in. You can see it is now sealed. So you should have something like this when you are done doing that. So what you are going to do next now is to sew top stitch it down to the end. You can see the other part I have done that, so I want to show you how it should look like. Go ahead and top stitch it down to the other end. So let me go and do it. So we have gone ahead to sew it. After we have done that, you can see our side pocket is ready. So you can see how it looks for the side pocket. It is ready now. You can see how neat it looks for the side. So at this point, you go ahead to sew your dart allowance for the back. I have done just that for my dart for the back. I have done that, sewn it together. So what I will do next now is to join my side, both the front side and the back side. Right side facing right side. That is what I'm going to do now. So join it like this, right side facing right side. Right side facing right side. So I'm going to join it down and do the same for this other part. Now come and show you. Joining, make sure you press it open with iron. Give it a good nice press, both that side and this side. Press it to relax well. So what we do next now is to join your front. So this is your front. What we will do now is to take your ½ inch which you get for your sewing allowance and sew this front down. So after I fold down, I'll show you. So at this point now I have stitched here close, as you can see. Then for the zip part, I came down by 2½ inch from here to here. Then I stitch it so it won't get loose. So I stitch here. So what we do now is to tear open our back for the zip. create up on the back for the zip like this. So what you do now is to get your midpoint between this end to this end. You get your midpoint, as you can see. This is our midpoint, which we are going to put like this. So you get your midpoint like this. This is how you place this. Way to place it like this, and so this is your center for the front. This is the front. So you place it like this, and you sew it down, and sew this other one down. To join it together, you can see what I built it. Join them together. So what is left now is the back and under with the ankle. That is what is remaining now. So for the back, what we are going to do now is to close it again from this point, take it down, close it down to this point. So I will go ahead and close it and come and show you how it looks. You have done it successfully by sewing it down like this. What you are going to do next is to put the under like this. Put the under like this. Then you sew down, sew half inch down, and sew half inch down to the other side. So that is what I will do now, and I'll come back to show you. After that, you ironed it, give it a good nice press. Then you take your full length from your shoulder to your ankle. After taking your shoulder to your ankle, you fold in your allowance for sewing. As you can see, I fold in my allowance for sewing. So what we do next is to go ahead and fold in, sew in your allowance for the down, then fix the back. So after you have done that, you fix your zip at the back from that 2 inches down here. Give like 9 inches from your back here, from your back line here, 9 inches down, and then fix your zip. And what we do next is to put the sleeve and the collar. So let's go ahead and do the rest things. Yes, so you can see the result of what we have been making all this while. You can see the collar, the way it is sitting very nice. You can see the jumpsuit which we were making. You can see the button at the front, and you can see the sleeve. I have a video on how to cut your sleeve. You can see how it looks very nice. Mostly the collar, the way it is sitting, I really love it. It will just use this formula which I gave you on how to cut your collar. And you can see the side pocket which I also showed you how to make. You can see how the side pocket is sitting very nice. So you can see this is our jumpsuit. So go ahead and give it your own try. Thank you everyone. I really appreciate you all, and remain blessed.